Being part of the anime community, I've been exposed to many different ideas and concepts that float around on the internet. However, the idea of VTubers was always something that I never really understood. In my mind, I was confused about how you could enjoy a live stream of a virtual persona who didn't speak the same language as you without any use of subtitles. Like when one of my homies watched Kizune Ai back when she debuted, I said something along the lines of, "Ah, is that the virtual idol on YouTube that I've been hearing about? That's pretty cool, I guess. Fucking weeaboo looking ass." Anyways, I had this stance on the medium for a very long time until the release of Hololive's 5th generation and Hololive EN. After many months since their debuts, I've come to appreciate VTubers, however, I wouldn't say that I'm in the rabbit hole just yet. Hey everyone, it's Vericitus, and today let's talk about my experience with VTubers. However, before I start the video, please leave a like and subscribe, and if you didn't like the video after, you can always unsub. Anyways, let's get back on with the show. First and foremost, let's talk about Shishiro Botan, as she was my first official introduction to VTubers, and she's the VTuber that I watched the most. When Hololive released their 5th generation lineup back in August, she caught my attention mostly because she looks like Siege from Arknights. Since her design piqued my interest, I decided to watch her debut stream, and what interested me the most was that she was a big fan of FPS games and that she likes building PCs, both of which I enjoy. How did I know that she liked FPS and PCs despite it being a Japanese only stream? I read the only 6 or 7 English words on the screen during that segment. However, after that, I never watched any of her streams until her first COD stream, and spoiler alert, I was pretty impressed. Sure, she wasn't Futa's level of good, but she's one of the more skilled VTubers that I've seen at the time. I think that's why I still watch her streams, because although I can't understand the things she says, destroying people in the lobby is a universal language. If you want to check out her skills yourself, I recommend watching her Rainbow Six videos, because even though I don't play the game myself, I can tell that she's really fucking good at it. The next VTuber I watched was Suisei, since a friend introduced her to me. What made me interested in her was her music and Tetris skills. Watching Suisei play Tetris was very satisfying for me for some reason. Watching her clear line after line at such a quick speed is so cool, and the fact that she's also having a casual conversation too is pretty impressive. I believe in one of her streams, she held her own against one of the top Tetris players in the world, and to go toe to toe with one of the best was incredibly entertaining as a viewer, and after seeing that, I even tried playing Tetris myself. However, my skills are nowhere near hers. On another note, I previously mentioned that I like her music too. I really like her voice as it sounds deeper and more mature compared to the other idols in the Hololive cast. Next Color Planet continues to be one of my favorite songs from her, and this song, that I believe to be translated as Heavenly Spear Comet Straddles the Night, comes at a close second. If she's hosting a karaoke stream, I usually like to listen to it in the background while I work or play games. Overall, I like Suisei for her talent in both Tetris and music. Although Botan and Suisei are the ones I tune into, I often watch clips of others on YouTube. Some of the clips that YouTube frequently recommends me are Sakura Miko, Watame, and Kurone. However, there are many others that appear randomly from either the creators themselves or by fan translations. During the whole month of NNN, I get recommended nut videos by Ayane Risu. You know, these ones. There was also a time where the algorithm recommended me Kurone getting stabbed in a game, which was pretty funny. Quick tangent, but I also find it crazy how one video could absolutely spiral into a feed of just VTubers, and that's honestly how they hook you. However, the clips that get recommended to me the most and that I like to watch are from the infamous one and only Hachiba. This girl radiates so much chaotic energy, I do not know how to describe her other than that. Although I can't understand anything that she says, the shit I see on my screen is so bizarre, but it's also hilarious. In one video, she's cooking an abomination of a dish, and in another, she's reviewing her own not safe for work fan art. She's literally the embodiment of chaos, and I enjoy it, so if you don't watch her videos, check her out. Overall, I've generally come to understand why people like VTubers despite barriers such as language. I wouldn't say I've completely entered the rabbit hole though, since I've never really enjoyed watching live streams in general, but if I'm working on something or have nothing to do, then sure, I'll take a look at it. Personally, I think if a VTuber makes more curated content like skits or funny moment highlights, rather than live streams, I would probably be more invested in them. Hence, that's why I like Hachima's shorter content than her streams, and that's also why I like Botan's 2, Rainbow Six, and COD highlight clips. But then again, that's just my preference. So can I say that I've fallen into the VTuber rabbit hole? Not really. However, I'm always willing to be open to hearing your recommendations and opinions on VTubers. Who knows, I may become addicted one day. Anyways, it's Vericitus with my experience on VTubers, and I wish you a great rest of your day. See ya.